Hello everyone, this is Ketish here. In this video, I'm going to go through the AQA Combined Science Chemistry Paper 2 Foundation Tier. Question number 5 is on the topic of chemistry of the atmosphere and using resources. The combustion of fuels is a source of atmospheric pollutants. Methane is a fuel. Balance the equation for the combustion of methane. So this is methane over here, and that's reacting with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. So as you can see, there's one carbon and one carbon on both sides, 4 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen. So if I want to balance, there's 2 hydrogen here, so if I want to balance the hydrogen, so I could add a 2, which means 2 times H2O. So that would be 4 hydrogen on this side and 4 hydrogen on this side. And let's balance the oxygen. I've got 2 oxygen on this side and 2 times the H2O, that's 2 oxygen. So that means there's 4 oxygen. So I could add a 2 there. That would balance out the oxygen. Okay, let's have a look at the next question. 5.2. Many fuels are mixtures. Petrol and diesel are mixtures of hydrocarbons. Table 4 shows the properties of petrol and of diesel. So table shows the property, showing the properties. So these are the properties. Range of number of carbon atoms in a hydrocarbon molecule. So in petrol, you can find hydrocarbon molecules with 4 to 12 carbon atoms. In diesel, it's 12 to 20. So anything above 12 is diesel. Anything lower than 12 and lower is called petrol. The boiling point, range of boiling points is between 40 to 205 degrees. That again depends on the number of carbon atoms as well. So if you increase the number of carbon atoms, the boiling point also increases. Diesel is between 250 and 350. Compare the properties of petrol and diesel. So the answer is in front of us. So use table 4 for 2 marks. We could say, right, petrol has a lower number of carbon atoms in its hydrocarbon molecule than diesel. Petrol has a lower boiling point than diesel. .3 The gases released when a fuel is burned in car engines may include oxides of nitrogen. So when they say oxides of nitrogen, they're referring to nitrogen monoxide or nitrogen dioxide. Carbon monoxide, which is CO. Water vapor is H2O. Which chemical element do all these gases contain? So carbon, no, that's only found in carbon monoxide. Hydrogen is found only in water. Nitrogen is found in the oxides of nitrogen. Oxygen is found in all 3. When diesel burns in car engines, oxides of nitrogen are produced. Where does the nitrogen come from? Well, it comes from the air. From the air. When diesel burns, particulates may be produced. What environmental effect does particulates from burning diesel cause? Particulates are basically small dust-like particles. So if you release a whole lot of them, what happens to the environment? What is the environmental effect? It causes global dimming. Global dimming. Now, you don't see this often in UK, but in heavily polluted countries or cities, mainly, not in countries. Cities, you can see that it's like a haze or a smog that exists because of all the fumes. Carbon monoxide may be produced when diesel burns. Give one reason why carbon monoxide is difficult to detect. So they're asking for only one reason. There's actually two reasons why carbon monoxide is difficult to detect. It is colorless, like most gases. You can't see it. Or you could say it is odorless, meaning that it doesn't smell. So when you breathe it in, you won't be able to detect it. Explain why water vapor and not liquid water is produced when diesel burns. So the water vapor, why would water vapor be produced but not liquid water? Well, for it to produce liquid water, the temperature has to be lower than 100 degrees. Now diesel is burning, according to the table here, between 250 and 350 degrees Celsius. So diesel burns at a very high temperature of 250 to 340, 250 to 350. So 250 degrees Celsius to 350 degrees Celsius, right? So the water formed will boil to form water vapor at 100 degrees Celsius. Sulfur is a common impurity in lead. Explain why this causes an environmental problem. So for 3 marks, what is the problem with sulfur burning in the air? Well, sulfur burns in air to form sulfur dioxide. Now sulfur dioxide, which is SO2, so SO2, right? SO2 reacts with rainwater to form acid rain for the second mark. Well, what is the problem with acid rain? Acid rain damages buildings and plant growth, right? We call it weathering in buildings, where stone buildings can slowly dissolve over time. You don't have to give two reasons, but acid rain damages buildings. That will give you the third mark. That brings us to the end of question number 5, and I will see you in question number 6.